Hello everyone, welcome to round 5 of the second Pleiades tournament. Yes, you heard that, round 5, not round 4, because unfortunately I couldn't get to play in round 4. I don't have a replay of that, the opponent and I weren't able to set up a time, and they were considered not to be active enough, so I received the win in that round without dueling. So that is a 4-0 score for me right now, but there's one other person with a 4-0 score at this point. Pretzel, champion of Tournament 1. So I'm doing really well. I've already won over half my matches, because there's 7 in total, I've already won 4. So even if I lose 3 times now, that's better than last time where I went half-half. Did I? No, I went, yeah, 2 wins, 3 losses, so it's already better than last time. He's playing an elemental hero deck. I'm playing a hero deck with some Vylon, although hero is definitely an engine on its own. Vylon is not really an engine, but it does have some support cards and some synchros, so it's there. I have... Well, we both have elemental heroes, so it's very interesting to see how that works out. They focus more on the E-hero, more on the fusions, more. They have Skyscraper as well, so I have to see how this turns out. It is pretty likely, not certain, but pretty likely that the winner of this match wins the eventual tournament. Or at least will end really high. And considering Pretzel's the defending champion, I want to beat her even more. So let's see what we can do. We both have a Sparkman, and I decide to bring out Gemini Pearl to get over Sparkman as opposed to crashing into it. They have a Mirror Force, but I knew that that chance existed, and I was able to make this play thanks to 7 Tools of the Bandit. Sparkman gone, and I have a 2300 attacker on the field. Looking pretty nice, but Skyscraper does exist, and with that, yeah, that's Gemini Pearl out of the way. Unfortunate. So I just set a monster, set a card. Can't really do too much here. They attack into it, but Skyscraper only works on if my attack is higher, not defense, so Clayman does protect me for a little bit. And I have 7 Tools of the Bandit face down, so I know I can play it safe and attack, but I don't quite want to do that yet, especially knowing that Skyscraper exists. They attack into Witch of the Black Forest, and I decide to make use of that effect and get Ranger. I was thinking of making a Synchro, but then I wouldn't have had Ranger, and I felt that I should add Ranger for consistency later on. They smartly get rid of a Skyscraper by setting a new one, so that my Ranger cannot beat their alias. Question is, what do I do now? Well, I summon Ranger and they flip Scarecrow. Nope, that's Divine Wrath. Thing is, I allow it, knowing that Scarecrow is the other one. Otherwise, I probably would have stopped it, although I'm not really sure. But knowing the other one is Scarecrow, that's an unfortunate mistake on Pretzel's part. Knowing it's that, I'm gonna keep 7 Tools for Scarecrow because I need to get rid of that. Also, it was sent from the field to the graveyard, so I do get an element hero normal monster back. That being Sparkman. Nothing I can really do right now. It makes sense that they don't activate their Skyscraper because they can't really make use of it. They do overlay into their own Gemini Pearl to get over Clayman, so that is a nice move from them. I could summon Sparkman and... No, I can't summon Sparkman and then attack into them because there's no Skyscraper up. I do have Double Summon, which is a nice draw. Tomato. Double Summon. Violent Prism. I know that they're face down to Scrappa and Scarecrow, so I can do this. Colossal Fighter gains 100 attack for every warrior in any graveyard. Let's check how many there are. There's Ranger. There's Clayman. I have 2. My opponent currently has 1, so that's 3100 attack for Colossal Fighter. Prism comes in. They're paying her 500 life points. If it attacks or is attacked against 1000 attack doing damage, I'm only boosting it to 4100. So that'd be 1500 damage, but they're like, no, I'm not going to do that, Scrapman's character, but I'm like, nope, I kept 7 Tools of the Bandit for you. Sorry, Pretzel. Yeah, she's not going to get me that easy. $1,500 damage, and they have 1 card and 2 more warriors, so that's now a 3,300 attack Colossal Fighter with the boost from Prism. They do get Lightning Vortex to take me out. That is pretty darn unfortunate. However, I still have monsters to attack with. And I have Double Summon. So this is nice. Sparkman into Double Summon into Hept. 2 direct attacks totaling for 3,400 damage, leaving them with only 2,000. It's not looking good for them. They need an epic draw. They need their Mirror Force or something like that. They didn't get it. Let's see what they actually drew into, because we can check with the log. Hero Signal. Yeah, nothing they could have done that. Done that with. Something that is true, like the one she's a very good duelist and has a nice deck, but there were like one or even two moments in their previous matches where she drew Ranger or something else like that at exactly the right time, and otherwise she probably would have lost. And the luck was there, giving Pretzel victory. But whether that luck will stay against me, we'll have to see. Because I hope to win. I hope their luck doesn't, her luck doesn't appear. So, well, let's see what happens. Let's hope I'm lucky. Interestingly, the choice is Pretzels, and she decides to go second, allowing me to set up this field of traps. Scarpine, Scarecrow, Mirror Force, and 7 tools. I'd say that is a pretty darn nice opening. Let's go. 1900 attacker is on Alias. It's there to be a hero. So I suppose I can get it back with Ranger's second effects. It's nice 1900 attacker. Just have one copy of it, but it's pretty nice. Alright, let's just go attacking. I feel pretty good, except when I attack into a Clayman, so that doesn't really work out. Are we going to see a fusion this duel? Pretzel doesn't really want to do anything, and I need to get over that that Clayman, so I decided to very quickly go into Colossal Fighter. It's now at 2900. Prism's effects, I do use it, but I can target other monsters, and I decide to target Neo's Alias, because I can just target any one face-up monster that I control. So I decided to go with Alias. Both now are at 2900. There comes Scrapper and Scarecrow, and that is a thing that I really want to get rid of, even more than Mirror Force probably. 7 Tools of the Bandit, let's go. Colossal Fighter attacks into Mirror Force, unfortunately, so that's my monster's gone. But both their sets are gone, and I still have my Scrapper and Scarecrow Mirror Force face down, where theirs are both gone. And they did lose their monster because they couldn't chain Mirror Force to my what was it that I played? 7 Tools, because 7 Tools is a counter tap, Mirror Force is not, and once that chain is over, the attack declaration window is over. So you can't play something in it in response to attack declaration, which Mirror Force is. Because Mystic Tomato, they don't have a monster. Potentially they do have something in their hand, but they don't want to play it yet, because they want to keep it for a fusion. Potentially they have Elemental or Avian in their hand, plus a Polymerization, and they want to wait until they get Burstinatrix. Oh yeah, I remember this. I'm gonna say this was related to Skyscraper, and when they set their field spell, because I could see in the log while we were doing, like, it makes sense that I can see it in the replay, but while we were doing, I could see that they set Skyscraper. I would have guessed that it was Skyscraper anyway, based on their deck and what I knew from their deck from the first 4 rounds. I'm not sure how many more field spells there even were in this card pool, but that was a thing, and I did let a judge know. So Avian does come out. They do want to attack with something. I just stop with Scarpa and Scarecrow to not take the damage. This must have been in a different duel, because that didn't happen here. We haven't had a Hero Signal into Ranger yet. Normally, Hero Signal, Summoning Ranger can let the effect activate. Yeah, that must be from a different replay, potentially one that involved Pretzel, or just one that a match that I verified where this happened in before I played this match against Pretzel. There comes Hero Signal. They probably asked because they remember that. Okay, here comes Ranger. Ranger's effect activates and gets 2 elemental or normal monsters. There's an Avian and a Clayman in here, and I don't remember how many of the normal ones they had. I have 3 Sparkmen and 1 Clayman. I know there was one other player who had 1 of each, so that might have been them, which would mean Sparkman and Burstinatrix. Multiple Sparkmen. Maybe they had multiple Sparkmen and then 1 of the rest. I don't remember. Elemental Hero Sparkman comes out. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to stop that one with Scrapine. Let's just get rid of him with Mirror Force. You're gone. Range's effect does activate, and I think Clayman will come back. Yeah, because that can defend the life points if I don't have anything else that's fancy. I do have a Smashing Ground in my hand to get rid of Clayman, but that's only the turn after I've already attacked into it. Because then it'll be face up for Smashing Ground to destroy Ranger. There's the Divine Wrath. Yeah, not stopping that. Other effect, target alias. I do have that alias back in my hand. Gets some 1500 damage in with Violent Prism. And now one of those three cards is Clayman. They play Polymerization. Here we go, my alternate art Polymerization in action. Sparkman and Clayman to form Elemental Hero Thunder Giant. That is the one fusion that I do have in my deck. Attacks Prism, but yeah, I still have Scrap Iron Scarecrow. I do want to get rid of it, and there's no Skyscraper out, so Smashing Ground gets rid of the Thunder Giant. There's the Scrap Iron Scarecrow. And they apparently forgot Thunder Giant's effect, so that's unfortunate for them. Yeah, it makes sense that I thought it was Divine Wrath, because otherwise they wouldn't have had a card in hand for that. Didn't happen. Prism gone, I decided not to summon Alias. Let's see what comes up. I don't want to use Alias yet. Actually, never mind, I do. Sparkman, Alias, let's go. Both of you attack. Hope it's not a Mirror Force. 1600, 1900. Oh no, we did know what it was. It was Scrap Iron Scarecrow. That's why I summoned both. So I could at least get some damage in. The second set card could very well be a bluff, could very well be something else. However, if I play conservative, I'm never going to finish it off, but the Mirror Force isn't as deadly. If I play offense with Mystic Tomato, and that's not a Scrap Iron Scarecrow or a Mirror Force, I win this turn. I decide to play conservative. Sometimes I feel like I shouldn't, sometimes I feel like I should, but yeah, Scrap Iron Scarecrow comes out. I play a set monster because there's no Dark Hole or anything, so this should be safe. They don't draw into something that they like, so the game is over. They admit defeat, and I win this match 2-0. 5-0 after 5 matches is looking very good. There is still someone out there who has 4 wins after the first 5 rounds who could beat me. That's Subzin, who I will face in the final round in round 7. So I'm not quite the champion yet. I've just won 5 times. So I'll see you in round 6 very soon. See you then. Goodbye.